7:31, and we'll call the meeting to order. I see no citizens here, so we don't have any citizens comment. Superintendent's report.
I'm gonna actually roll my number 2 and 3 together because my report is number 2. But first, because this could be your last official Shaftsbury School Board meeting, I have a little gift for each of you. So,
Oh, thank you.
it's for you. Go home and plant this and let it blossom. You'll remember
Well,
Shaftsbury Elementary School.
thank you.
Thank you.
I was gonna get you a picture of me so you could all remember, but you know,
I already got one of
but
those
you're
up.
coming onto the new board, so.
I already have one of those in my
All
office.
right,
Yeah.
okay. So thank you
very
for
much.
Yeah.
your service to the Shaftsbury Board, and on behalf of the students and everyone from Shaftsbury, it's not an easy thing to do. So number 3, the property transfer deed. So there, the title search found no issues with this property as far as any encumbrances or anything on it. Though there is a portion, a 23 by 100 foot strip in the northeasterly portion of the school property, that by virtue of an agreement dating back to 1976, and it is recorded in Book 57, page 322, that the Shaftsbury Fire Station occupies that land. In exchange, the town granted the school a 16-foot wide driveway on the easterly side of the fire station, access to Buck Hill Road. So I don't know if anybody was around in 1976 that remembers that, but that is shown on the deed. And the northerly main portion of Shaftsbury Elementary School property that was conveyed to the town school district by the town in 1956. This was conveyed subject to the restrictions that the land be used for school and playground purposes. It does say in the deed restriction, if the premises ceases to be used for school or playground purposes, then the property is to revert to the town. The attorney goes on to say that we do not view this condition as problematic because it is consistent with the Articles of Agreement that requires the Southwest Vermont Union Elementary School District to offer the school property back to the town for $1 if it ever ceases to be used for the direct delivery of education. So that's why the attorney who did the title search is saying there's no issues because it's covered by that agreement. So what I have here is the quick claim deed that grants this property that you have to vote on to do to the new Union Elementary District. So that would have to be done in a motion, and then the chair would sign this as the duly authorized agent. So, and there is a groundwater discharge permit too that will have to be, once the new district is operational, they'll have to make sure that goes into the name of the new Union Elementary District. So, looking for specific language. So there's the deed. If one of you may want to read that. So we'll have to read into the record because Richard is going to look at this. I'll make sure he's going to write the minutes from video. He's not here. I don't know if a member would like to read that and make that in the form of a motion.
Want me to?
Go ahead, you got it.
Quick claim deed. Known all persons by these presents that the Shaftsbury Town School District, aka Shaftsbury School District or Town of Shaftsbury School District, a Vermont municipality located in the county of Bennington, the state of Vermont, the grantor, in consideration of $10 and more and other good and valuable consideration paid to its full satisfaction by the Southwest Vermont Union Elementary School District, a Vermont municipality located in the county of Bennington, the state of Vermont. The grantee does hereby release, remiss, and forever quit claim onto the said Southwest Vermont Union Elementary School District and its successors, and assigns forever all right and title which the Shaftsbury Town School District has in and to a certain piece of parcel of land in the town of Shaftsbury, County of Bennington, State of Vermont, which is more particularly described as follows. Yeah, I need to read the whole thing.
I don't think so. You could just make that a motion to move the quitclaim deed as presented.
I'll make a motion to make this the quitclaim deed as read.
I'll second.
Here we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor of transferring the deed to the new Union District, say aye.
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 Opposed? Carried.
So, Ed, you can't sign it, you have to sign it with a notary, so it'll be in our, if you could come in someday this week, is that possible?
Yep.
We have 2 notaries in our office, so they can notarize your signature on this. So I'll make sure that if I'm not, this will be with Karen in my
Alright.
office. Lisa Poplaski is a notary, and so is an Abby in HR. So somebody can notarize your signature, and then it'll be, so that, just to give you an update, Woodford did this last night, North Bennington did it last week. I'll be in Pownell next week, and then it'll be done. Again, this is kind of a historic moment, so should be noted. And it's a big move, so thank you
Yep.
for all your work on it.
Definitely feels that.
Okay. Now we have the, are you all set with your,
Yes, Sam.
okay. The Treasurer's report and the budget status report. We need a motion to accept those.
Make a motion to accept.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Carried. Let's see, consent agenda. Which includes the minutes and the warrants. Have a motion to accept the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Policies on the anaphylaxis, policy 5185.
There was no changes to it since we last looked at it, and they just want to adopt it now.
Okay. Motion to adopt,
I'll make
policy 5185.
I'll make a motion to adopt 5185.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Carried. Facilities. Jeff, what do you got?
No action items, but just to update the board, I did meet with John Penny and Brad Hayden, and one of his employees a couple weeks ago. They're gonna start right off the bat on June 20th. Kids are done on the 19th, so they're gonna come in on the 20th and get started on the ventilation on this end, the gymnasium and kitchen area. So,
And they shouldn't have any problem with it. They've been through it, so they know what.
yeah,
gotta
they went
do.
over they reviewed the plans with John at the meeting, answered any questions each other had, and they don't anticipate
Yep,
any issues, and they're gonna move forward pretty quickly.
so it should be done fairly quickly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if it'll be done very quickly. I mean, we've been before school starts, but
They'll work on
they're
it.
going to get started right away.
Right.
But they don't anticipate any problems.
Good. Okay, now, the contracts, we have to have the approval of the teacher's contracts. Let's do these one at a time.
Yeah.
Not unless you wanna do them,
So
let's do
the-
them one at a time.
Teachers' contract has been, it has been ratified by the Teachers Association. This month, we're bringing it to each individual board for approval. You should note that there's been absolutely no language changes to the contract, and it's a 1-year contract, because all contracts need to expire by 2020 because of the health insurance changes. We're shifting to statewide health insurance for education employees. So we will be negotiating again in the fall. I imagine it'll be a multi-year contract with potential language changes because of what's coming with health insurance. So we try to keep it quick. The money involved, it's the phrase we use is 3.5% new money. It's within what we have budgeted. Range of, if you're a teacher going up steps, you will get your step. If you're at the top, you will get just the cost of living adjustment. So if you're a step and a lower paid teacher, your actual percentage increase, like a newer teacher, could be a 5% increase because you've got step cost of living. It's a little under 2% is the cost of living for somebody who's on the top step. But the budget impact is 3.5%. So I ask that you authorize 3.5% new money for teachers.
Yeah, and it's all within,
The budget.
Budget.
You're well within what you budgeted.
yep. Motion to accept the approval of the teacher's contract.
Make a motion.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Can I ask a question on
Yeah.
that? So, going forward, teachers, is that all, that all happens in the negotiation meetings?
Yes,
Is that
yeah.
when that happens?
Yeah, a
Okay.
series of negotiations. What do we have, like 6 meetings, was it?
Something like that, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Because after 6, then we can, could decide to go to fact finding. We actually used a mediator to come in
Right.
to get the settlement, because we were kind of far apart on what they wanted and what the board was willing to offer. So that was the mediator settlement. Which
Okay.
basically just took us to the middle of where everybody was, which,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, okay. All right, thanks.
Yeah. And it would be the same for your support staff, 3.5% new money, no changes to contract language. It is 1 year in length.
Okay, now I'll open that. For the approval of the EFB to support personnel contract.
Make a motion.
So we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Approved. And then we'll do the approval of the non-represented employees contract.
And we're recommending 3% there, because that is kind of where we averaged out on the union ones. Some are getting lower, some are getting more. It's within what you budgeted. So after meeting with finance, human resources, myself, the recommendation is for your non-represented, non-union employees, a 3%, and historically, that's what you've given the past 3 years. So it's in line with that.
Make a motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve the non-represented
Non-represented
employees.
employees
Second.
contract.
Yeah, second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Aye.
And your principal's in a different category, but you don't have to take any action because their contract is linked to the teacher's contract, the top step column.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, but right.
Right.
Right, but we already worked that out.
Yeah, we already did that
But
last
it's
year.
not part of the
No.
Right.
they created their own base.
Okay, Jeff, your report, please?
So it's an exciting time of year. We're winding down. We're down to less than a week of school left. I want to thank, they weren't able to do it because our trip to Nature's Classroom was postponed a little bit this year. They came later, so they weren't able to get a presentation together for you. They went last week. Had a great time. Weather was off and on, but I went up for a day and spent a day with them. The sixth graders were having a really good time. They're really tired. It was a lot of fun stuff. But they want to thank you, the teachers and the kiddos wanted me to thank you for that trip once again, because it was a great time and it's a good way to end the year. We did go later than we usually do. Usually we go in May. Also, we have our sixth grade celebration tomorrow night here at school at 7 o'clock. It's tradition. We kind of say goodbye to our sixth graders and wish them well as they go on to the middle school with their family and friends in attendance. We also have our field day and parent barbecue next Monday on the 17th. Field day will be started off pretty close to first thing in the morning, around 9 o'clock, I believe. And then a family barbecue right after that, right outside like we usually do. And that's always a good time. Mr. Fightfield's been working pretty hard on getting that day together for us, and you guys have come in the past, I
Are you
think.
preparing for the rain?
What's that?
Are you preparing for the rain?
I'm not preparing for any. No,
Mhm.
that's up to
It's gonna be
Chris.
beautiful weather.
That's up to Chris. Yes, we've had a good stretch of good weather here last few days.
week, yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully it stays that way. We'll see.
Mhm.
Other than that, I want to thank the board once again for their service and their support of the school and the staff and the community here at Shaftsbury. I've enjoyed working with you guys the last couple of years. Continue working with Tony and Scott and the new board, and looking forward to that. And hope you guys are. I know you won't be a stranger. You're still around. But Ed, you're always welcome to stop by and say hi and see how you're doing.
Yeah, I'll survive. I'll be back for your
Spaghetti dinner.
No, your field day there.
Oh, big truck night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
'Cause I
Which was
enjoyed
very
that.
successful again, by the way. That was another great night.
We're getting a heater for the dunk tank next year, though. I absolutely request
That water was
that.
cold.
That was cold.
Once you got numb, you were all right.
I never got numb.
I wasn't thinking. I filled it, 20 minutes
Before
before
we
with
started.
the hydrant water, which is
Yeah.
38 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't warm up by the end of the night when I was
No,
in
it did
was
not.
cold.
Well, we know who to blame then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can blame me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a heater next year. There's no doubt.
Thank the PTO for that. It was another great night, very successful, raised a lot of money for the school, and everybody had a really good time. Even though it got rained out a little bit, we still had a really good time.
I only
Yep.
dunked it once.
I know you only jumped me once. I know.
Really?
You
The
and your
hydrant
wife.
water was 38 degrees.
Yeah.
It's cold. I didn't warm up till about 10 o'clock that night.
Well, my jaw. Well, no. Zeb said his jaw was tightening up. My eyes, by the end of the half hour, were having trouble staying open. They were like,
Those are the first signs of hypothermia.
yeah, they were. Yeah. But it was fun and it was well worth it.
Kids loved it.
Yeah.
That was fun.
You know, I enjoyed it because my spot, I was sitting right across from these guys, watch them get dunked all the time.
No, that's all I have, Ed. Thank you.
Okay. I want to thank, for my time on the board, I want to thank everybody that's been involved. Jim and Jeff and my fellow board members. You know, I think we had a very good, relatable board members and we work well together. And I just want to thank everybody for their service and just giving of yourself for the school, and I think that's a lot. And I know I really appreciate it.
He said.
Yeah, thank you.
And thanks for you two for coming on and being part of it. Because
Glad to be part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody got anything else?
I just want to say thanks too. This has been a great experience being on this board, and now I'm on the new board, and I'm looking forward to that. And you know, really, I know it's a time where a lot of people have a lot of questions and are wondering a lot of things, and we're learning as we go. And I think it's exciting, and I really think the board members over there, you know, I think we have a good group of people, and I really feel that, you know, we know Shaftsbury is a strong school, and I really hope that the goal and what we can accomplish with this new board is getting all the other schools at the same level and just making us really just a super strong school district for the kiddos, so that they can you know, have every chance to grow and learn. So I'm excited for it.
Okay, anybody else got anything? All right, so at that point, I'll have a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
All right.
Aye. Okay, thank you, and
All right.
thanks again for serving.